is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good evening, everyone. This is Mr. Taylor with Young Engineers Today. I hope everyone's having a wonderful Wednesday evening. And you had the opportunity over the last 48 hours to experiment and explore Scratch a little bit more in depth. I hope you are enjoying it as much as I have learning to use Scratch over the last 2 years. I find it's a great tool and instrument for learning coding and doing creative, artistic aspects as well. All right. If you can hear me, please raise your hands. Super. Everyone's majority of hands went up, which is great. All right. Let's put those down. If you can see my screen, please raise your hand. All right. Majority of hands went up as well. Excellent job. All right. All right, Marissa, thank you for the update. Okay, anyone have any questions, comments, or concerns before we get started? Evan, go ahead.
I wasn't here for the last time because I was at Great Wolf Lodge, but I played around with Scratch before, and Mom says it's a little too simple for me because it's just a drag and drop concept, and I do regular Java programming.
Okay.
But I'll re-download it.
We're not using the old Scratch.
Okay.
We're using Scratch 2.0.
Oh, wow. I'm way behind.
Yeah, we're not using the old Scratch. The Scratch 2.0, the beta version came out from MIT this spring, and it was okay. They're still working out some of the kinks, and now they're completely using it. It was up and completely functional and working without any kinks throughout the summer.
Okay.
So you'll hear me say Scratch, but I'm actually not referring to 1.4. I'm referring to 2.0.
Okay.
Similar but different at the same regard.
Okay.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Mhm.
All right. Would anyone like to share if anything they tried or done in the last few days? All right. The people in Raleigh, you have a lab this Saturday. What is taking place? We're going to be doing a circuit activity with LEDs, some batteries, some um, conductive paint, and some other things with Mr. Dubik. All right. Okay, let's get started. What is this area called? Just a little review. The area where my cat's at that I'm moving right now. What is this called? All right. Marissa said it's the stage. Excellent job. Excellent job, Marissa. What do we call this area with my scripts where I can change or edit my costumes, etc., as well as where I can record sounds, add sounds, and do other multimedia concepts within this? What is this area called here? If you know, raise your hand or type in an answer. That'd be fantastic. Not the script area, very close. The script area is here where I just dropped this touching, or I'm taking the touching block and putting it. That's the script area. This is our palette. This is our building palette where it has all the tools that we'll need for code, as well as the other area here is where our sprites are, okay? Just a little review. So when we're referring to this, and if you want to get rid of this, you can drop this in here. If you want to add a sprite, we have way more sprites than the old version. So if I added a crab and Mr. Krab's here now, let's say I didn't want to use Mr. Crab anymore. Typically, you can right click on them, but some of the Macs it's not as easy to do. So you can also go up, grab the scissors. Wherever the scissors show, you can delete these. All right. And Evan, this should be something similar to whatever you know. That's awesome that you know JavaScript, though. Okay. Now, let's move forward. Last time we finished up with this, where we had this sprite. The kitty cat looked like it was jumping up, changing, and writing on the board high class because we changed the background, right? But what we're doing tonight, I'm going to start off with a question, and as an intro to what we are learning this evening. Does anyone know what Pong is, or heard of the old video game Pong? They've made different versions of it. I know it was on PlayStation intro to a game about 5, 6, 7 years ago. What is Pong? Does anyone know what Pong is? If you know, raise your hand. Type it in. All right, John. John, what's Pong?
Is it a game where you play ping pong?
Yes, it's a game that similar to playing ping pong. Yes, very good, John. Thank you,
I've played
John.
it before.
Excuse me?
I've played it before.
All right, awesome, John. Thank you. Yeah, very similar to ping pong. Pong, you basically have two types of paddles in some cases. Sometimes you have one paddle if you've ever played like it on a phone type game where you have to hit a ball to like break bricks. Sometimes that's one version. But we're going to play Pong tonight. But we're not just going to play Pong. We're going to build Pong. Okay, so Scratch is a great tool for making video games. In my classes that I teach as well, besides teaching these classes, I've had kids make video games before. And also you can use Scratch with a Raspberry Pi to do breadboarding, and I use Scratch to turn on LEDs and control motors, which is also a really cool thing to do. All right, now with Scratch, what I need you to do is delete the kitty cat for this, as well as you're going to go in and add sprites. You're going to need to add a beach ball and a trampoline. The beach ball will be our ball for Pong, and the trampoline is going to be your battle. If you understand what you need to do, raise your hand. Okay, John, Kai understands. Evan, Zach, Sam, etc. All right. Go ahead and make these. And once you're done, please raise your hand or type in the short answered area that you're finished. Okay? Now, Evan, I'm going to call on you just to give you some information. So, Evan, did you watch the film, the webinar from Monday?
No, not yet.
Okay. Basically, I'm going to you're going to go to this website. I'm going to send it to you. And what you can do is...
So, I'm supposed to have a beach ball and anything else?
And a trampoline.
Okay,
Are you doing in the new version or the old version?
new version.
Okay. Very cool. Very cool. All right. Yeah. One of the major difference, Evan, thank you, Zach, that you're done. So is John. One of the major differences is that everything's cloud-based now. You can save it in there. It's more clean cut, and I'm still learning some to do things, but you can do some video options as well.
Cool.
I mean, I understand you're doing JavaScript, and that's really cool, and you're an awesome coder. It's just we're just looking at the newer version this week. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thanks.
Alert from App Store. OS 10 updates available.
All right. Brendan, I know you just arrived. What I need you to do is log into Scratch 2.0 and you're going to delete your cat. Goodbye, Mr. Kitty Cat. And then you're going to go and add 2 sprites. You're going to add a beach ball and a trampoline. Okay, please let me know once you guys are done. Thank you, Brendan. Okay, Sarah's done. Awesome. We have Sarah, Zach, John. All right. Evan. Kai is finished. Great job. Marissa's done. Awesome. All right. The majority of people are finished, so let's move ahead. All right, the first thing we're gonna do, we are gonna make sure you're clicking on. Good job, Sam. You are on your trampoline. So when you're over here, one thing you don't want to get confused about is okay. Let me delete this. And let me add my ball, which would be under things. There's my beach ball. So all of you went ahead and just did this, and there you can. Didn't want to do that. All right. Make sure, and you can place them in locations that you want. Like I don't like how big this is, so I can go up here, get the shrink button, shrink it down. Oh, wait a minute, that's too small. Let me make it a little bit larger with the grow button. Okay. Now, make sure you're not putting trampoline code on a ball. You want to put the code on the trampoline. So go ahead and do this real quick. Get a when clicked, a forever, and a set X to mouse X. Now, look at all the colors. All the colors are very unique and different. So when you go to do this, obviously we'll go to events, get my when clicked. Control has forever. And you see that white bar there? White bar lets me know that it's going to connect. And then after it connects, we are going to get a motion, which is set X. Now, this is something those are new to Scratch. Anywhere there's a 0 or a number, etc., you can put another number, or you can put pieces inside of them, such as like the touching, or in this case, we are going to get an X position. Or excuse me, not an X position, a mouse. Mouse X. So as we know, X moves left and right. So when I run this, it glows yellow and it follows my mouse. It won't move up and down because I haven't set it to do a Y axis. It's only doing X axis, okay? So go ahead and do that. All right. And let me know once you're done. Sam, how's it going? Hey, Zach, you're already done. Excellent job. Everything all right, Sam?
Okay, so I can't get my trampoline like under my beach ball.
All right. Kai is done. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna hit the stop sign, stop this. Grab it, click and hold, and you can move it where you want it.
Okay, thanks. I'll try that.
All right, no problem. Go ahead and do that. Let me know. All right, the mouse X. Here, let me show you again. Marissa, these are separate parts. The set X to is from the motion, and then I take the mouse X button and I drop it inside of the set to X. The way you know it's going to drop inside, it turns that white, like, glowing ring around it. Then I take that and I put it inside my forever. John is done. Marissa, you are welcome. Just let me know once you're finished, and we'll keep moving forward. We'll be playing some Pong by the end of this evening. All right, Evan's done. Awesome job. All right. All right, Taha, Sarah, let me know once you're finished. All right, Marissa is done. Great. Sam, Sarah, excellent job. All right, let's keep moving forward. Okay, now we're going to click on the ball now. We're going to get our ball bouncing. I can't get my trampoline. Taha, what you need to do to get your trampoline is go into, click on Choose Sprite from Library, then go to Things. From Things, you can choose your trampoline. For example, I click on this, I go to Things, trampoline's here. Click on it. Now I have a trampoline. Since I don't want two trampolines, I'm going to delete this trampoline. Okay? All right, good. All right, so click on your ball, and we are going to get the ball bouncing. Everyone likes a bouncing ball. All right? So, you're using another event, another when clicked forever, and a variety of tools from the motion section. Once you're done, type in that you're finished, okay? If you have any questions, raise your hand if you have any questions. All right, Kaya's finished. Awesome job, Sam. You have your hand up. Yes, Sam. Sam, how's it
Am I
going?
unmuted?
Whoa. Yes, Sam. You are unmuted.
Hello?
Sam. You are unmuted. All right. Good job, Kaya. You're finished. Excellent work. Sarah's finished. Very good. Sarah, how's it going so far?
It's really actually quite funny. I thought it would bounce on the trampoline, but it's just bouncing on the walls.
Okay, because have we told it to bounce on the trampoline yet?
No.
Ah, we're getting there. I like where you're thinking, though. Good job, Sarah. Good job. John, Evan, Brendan's done. Very good. Sam, Sarah. All right. The majority of people are finished. So let's look at moving ahead. Now, I got a few questions for you. Few questions. How can I make the ball go faster, make the ball go slower? What would I change in this code? Can someone tell me? Good job, Zach. You're finished. Um, what would I do? Can someone raise their hand and tell me how can I make the ball move faster? Or if I change the direction of the ball, how can I do that? Do we got any ideas? All right, let's go with Sarah. Yes, Sarah, what would you do?
To make the ball go faster, this is just a guess, but maybe you could try increasing the amount of steps it takes.
All right, go try that and let me know.
Okay.
All right. Also, I want you all to try the change in direction. If you, it's at 45, change that and see what happens. But all right. And someone tell me what took place there. Oh, Sarah. Sarah, what happened?
I increased the steps to 100 and it was bouncing around like crazy.
Really?
It was actually quite funny.
Awesome. Very cool. Good job. That's exactly it. The more and the move step, because move, everything is moving by 10 steps. If you increase those move steps, it will actually increase the amount your ball is moving faster. Kind of like the amount of time you can, if you walk little baby steps, like woo, 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 little steps, or you start taking leaping steps. That's like the difference. It's like increasing the distance at which you step. Okay, and that would be in the forever loop, because forever loop within a loop, it just keeps repeating that behavior over and over. All right, moving on. Now the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to look at a if statement. Now, an if statement, I'll come back to this. An if-then statement tells your program to execute a certain section of code only if an expression evaluates to be true. If this is actually happening, the code is asking, then you will do this. If it's not happening and it's false, it'll skip over and repeat to the next time it actually sees it. So what I want you to do is add this code into that section, okay? And we're doing this to the ball, all right? Once you're done, just let me know you're done. Everyone's doing a really nice job. Keep up the good work, everyone. All right, Zach's finished. Excellent job. Marissa, hopefully I don't lose you while you're driving. Evan's finished. All right. Now, if you're having trouble with the trampoline part, with the if statement, if then, you'll get that and touching. When you take the touching, you'll drop it in. See how it's highlighting white? And then you can click and it shows you all the things that you've done already. And since I don't want to be on. And then you can pick what you need. In this case, I'm on the wrong character, which I don't want to be on. And I put my touching in, and I put on trampoline. Okay? Marissa. Bye, Marissa. Catch up on the webinar. I'll have it posted in the next 24 hours. All right? Please let me know once you've done this. John. Yes, John.
I have a question. My trampoline moves too fast.
With the mouse X or your ball?
Well, with the mouse X, it moves way too fast. Like, I want to go faster when it goes slow, but I want it to go slow when I want it to go faster.
I mean, right now you have it on a. It all depends on how fast you're moving it. It's literally you controlling it.
Okay. And are we going to use this? Are we going to use the trampoline with the keyboard thing? With the keyboard? With the pointy things?
You could do that. Right, tonight all we're working on is using the mouse.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, instead you would just do 2 if statements. If arrow key right is being pushed, then you would move 10 steps every time you push it. If arrow key left is being pushed, you would move 10 steps the opposite way. Does that make sense?
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, John. All right. Okay, Kaya's finished. You do not need your snap circuit kits on Saturday, Marissa. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, once you have this done, please let me know, all right? Evan, all finished?
I've been done with that.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Evan. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So I got one person with their hand raised, as well as Kaya stated she's finished. If you guys aren't telling me you're finished, that's how I'm trying to gauge who's done, who's not. So please let me know. Sarah's finished. Good. Just take another minute, and we're going to move forward. All right. We're going to start moving forward. All right. Ta is finished. Now, we went over if statements. What I need you to add in with the ball is we're going to make some changes, add some stuff in. Um, we're going to pick random. This is from the operator section. I have here 160 to 200. You're going to add a random number in. It can be anything. It will. So we want the game to be more fun because we don't want us just to, all right, we hit this and the ball bounces up and down. That's no fun. We want the ball to hit your paddle and bounce all over the place. So go ahead and do this. And once you're done, let me know. Either through raising your hand or typing in. All right. If you understand my instructions, raise your hand. All right. Quite a few people raise their hand. Good job. Thank you. Okay, Sarah. Good. Kaya. Good. Nice job, ladies. All right, John's finished. Good. Let's get a few more people done. Now, if you want to make your ball change in different directions, you can change within the pick random amount. So you can add different numbers there, and that will change your outcome of the directions in which the ball can turn. All right. Now, the next part we're going to do, we are going to add a losing element to this game. All right. Now, before we move forward, I want to ask you one question just to make sure. Just let me know how my pace is tonight. Just answer this poll question, so make sure I'm not moving too slow, too fast. All right. Thank you for voting, ladies and gentlemen. Seems like 50% of you think it's too fast, 13% of you think it's too slow, and 38% of you think it's just great. So what I'm going to do is slow down a little bit. But what I need from you all is to let me know when you are finished or when you're not finished. And if you need more time, let me know you need more time. Because that's how I gauge if I need to move on. If people aren't participating in that format, it's hard for me to gauge. All right. Now, with this, you're going to make a new sprite. And the way you can do that is paint a new sprite, which is clicking on the paintbrush. And then you have your different tools you can use. In this case, if you just leave the cursor, mouse arrow on it, it will tell you what it is. We're going to make a rectangle, all right? So I'm going to drag my rectangle all the way across to make my losing area, and then I can take my paint bucket and, excuse me, my paint bucket, and I want red paint. That would make it easier. And now I have that. So now I can go back to my script and I can move this here. Now, if I want it a little bit bigger, I can increase it here. And put it where I need it to be, okay? So after you add that in, you're going to add some more code in. Now you're going to put an if statement within an if statement. Not within an if statement, but below it. We don't want to put an if statement within an if statement, okay? Because this is an embedded if, and this makes things rather confusing. So make sure you're looking for that white bar. Now, lastly, I'm going to show you one more tip before you get started. Let's say you're using your sensing and you're using the touch color, and you're like, Mr. Taylor, how do I change the color? One, you can click on your question mark, and that will help you out. Or you click on it, and you'll get this hand, and whatever you're looking at or hovering over, it changes the color to. In this case, I'm going to do red, so I click on the red, and that's what it sets it to. Right? Now, what I'd like you to do is build this set of code, and I'm going to slow down, and I'll give you, let's say, 5 minutes to do this. If you think 5 minutes is a good amount of time, raise your hand. Because all you're doing is adding on. Evan does. John does. Brendan. All right. So go ahead, but please, Taha does. Let me know once you're finished. Kai has been doing a great job of that. Zach, a lot of people, Evan. I need everyone to let me know that so I can get a higher percentage of people to realize if they're finished or not. Okay? Thank you. Sarah, you're unmuted. Do I sound staticky to you?
I was wondering, do we need to make a new, like that sprite you made, the red rectangle?
You can make it any color. What basically we're making a sprite so if the ball touches it, it will stop the game.
Well, do I need to be like, when you did that, the little gray square was around a blank square, right underneath the stage.
Are you speaking about this?
Yeah, but before you made it, it was around that little blank thing, and there was no red stripe in it.
Okay,
Does it
look.
need to be on there?
Here, I'll show you. Watch what I do here. You see this? The paint new sprite. When I click on it, this is where I'm going to make my new sprite. But have I made a sprite yet?
Oh, okay.
So there's nothing there. Once I start, watch what happens to it once I start making.
I thought that blank square was like supposed to be there, and it wouldn't appear when you hit paint new sprite.
Yeah. Now, as I make this, watch what happens to that square. See how now I have a sprite in there?
Okay.
Okay. All you're doing is making it, and it's a new feature with this that shows it's like interactive as it's doing it. Okay. All right, Sarah.
Okay.
And can you answer me one question? Do I sound staticky to you?
No.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Call on John. John, how are you doing?
Good. When I made my thing, whenever the ball touches the red line, it doesn't work. It doesn't bounce off. It just goes through it.
All right, because you have to go and do this code now.
Okay.
You made the sprite, but have you told it how to interact with the sprite yet?
Yeah. I made the thing that your plus sign's pointing at.
Is it inside this if or outside this if?
Outside. So do I have to put it inside of it?
No. Don't do that. Do you have a stop inside of it?
Yes.
Interesting.
Looks exactly like the thing on your screen.
And you have all this and this?
Yes.
And you have all the other code too that we already
Yeah.
worked on. So it goes, when clicked, a big forever. Within the forever, it says if touching trampoline, then turn, pick random degrees, move steps. That's the end of that if statement. Then another
Yeah.
if then statement that says touching color. What color is it supposed to be touching?
Red.
Did you pick that already and do that?
Yes.
Double check, do that again with the color. All right?
All right.
Just to make sure it's the same exact one, okay?
Okay.
And let me know. Then I'll put your hand down. Then please re-raise your hand, okay? Okay. All right, Brendan, I don't understand what you mean by no, so I'm gonna call on you. Brendan, what do you mean by no?
I just meant no for the static. Just answering as
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Sorry I get caught up in trying to help you. I totally forgot I asked that. All right. Thank you, Brendan. Taha, you need to check your connection. It's your internet connection on your end. Because no one else is getting static, and I'm not getting static from anyone else. If you understand, please type me a message. Kaya's finished. Okay, thank you, Taha. Good job, Kaya. All right, you calling Kaya? I haven't heard from you tonight. Kaya, how you doing? What happens when your ball touches the red area? Kaya, you're unmuted.
Oh, I didn't raise my hand.
I know. I was just calling to see what was happening. What happened when your ball hit the red area?
I'm making it right now because for some reason it got deleted.
Okay, no problem. Just let me know if you need any help. All right.
All right.
John, how's it going?
Mine. Well, I re-entered the codes and everything, and now it's just going horizontally across the screen.
Change
Not
your
bouncing.
change your point and direction
All right.
to down.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
And let me know. All right, John.
Okay.
If you need any help, let me know. Evan, how you doing?
The screen is too small for me to see what you're actually putting in.
Okay.
Well. I got to a part where I couldn't really see anymore.
How's that?
That's better.
All right. I'm glad that's much better for you, Evan. Thank you. Brendan, how's it going?
I was just gonna say that instead of the ball, I did that running football player.
Okay.
And what was weird is that he was doing backflips while he was bouncing.
Oh, cool. Very cool. Very creative of you, Brendan. Nice job. Hey, John.
I just lost the trampoline codes. Can you please put it back up?
All right.
Like I was just flipping through the sprites, and then I looked at the trampoline codes, and it was just all gone.
Okay. All right. This code? John?
Yeah, I have that, but then for some reason my trampoline's not working. It's not moving.
Are you hitting the green flag to run it?
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah, and it's still not working.
Try redoing the code. Take it apart and re-put it back together.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, John. Kaya, great job. You're finished. Nice. Excellent work. Okay, Zach's done. Evan's done. Brendan, front flip, back flip, done. Cuckoo, cuckoo. That's awesome. Nice work. Let's go with John. Yes, John.
It's still not working, my trampoline.
John, I'm kind of stumped right now. Do you have the correct? Is the code on your trampoline and not on your ball?
Yes.
Delete the trampoline and redo all the trampoline stuff.
Okay.
All right, try that.
All right.
So I'm really stumped at what's happening.
My ball's working fine.
What do you mean by it's not working? Your trampoline? It's not moving or it's not interacting?
It's not moving.
Are you using? Is it still set to your mouse X?
Yes.
Is your mouse working correctly?
Yes.
All right, no, I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do something, John. So I want to. Let me see here. John, I want to see your screen right now, okay? So just accept this, and I want to see what your code looks like. All right, John. What? John, you're moving a little too much. John, here's what your issue is, all right? Do you see how you have a move? You have the wrong tool there. Get rid of the move mouse X steps. All right. Get rid of the move 10. You can just drop that over here in the palette. All right. Now go up to motion and get set X to 0. Put that in. Now go to sensing. Or, yes. And now click run. All right. Is that working now, John?
Yes.
All right. See, you were just using the wrong tool, okay? All right. Well, I'm going to take the screen back now, okay?
Okay.
All right. Oh, what just happened? Uh-oh. All right. Uh-oh. What? I hit. All right. Give me 1 minute here.
Screen share.
All right. Just change back to me. All right. Okay. All righty then. John, hopefully that helped.
Yeah, it did. It works now.
Okay, very good, very good. All right, everyone. Now, the last thing we're going to look at this evening is this. You can insert comments. Programmers use all different variety of forms of comments in their code depending on the language. Comments help keep us on track of what we're doing and what's happening. As we realize, you type a bigger number to make the ball go faster in the steps area, or a lower one will move slower. You can change what happens when the ball hits the paddle by changing the pick random. You can also add a noise in here, play a sound, which can be cool. So like when it hits off the paddle, you can be like boing, 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 or some crazy cool sound. You can also change what happens to the ball. Instead of having it stop, maybe you have it switch to background, like we talked about last class, where it says like you lose or better luck next time, and you can make a different screen. All right. Or you can even put here, if touching, then switch the screen, and then maybe you could play a noise that's like wah, 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 showing that you lost, okay? You can add a scoreboard if you wanted to, all right? Now, does anyone have any questions about this evening? And what we have done thus far? All right. It is 7:30. If you are in Raleigh, you have a lab this weekend with Mr. Dubik, which should be awesome and fun for all of you. Doing some electronic circuits. Everyone else, have a wonderful rest of your week. I will see you or speak to you on Monday. Take care and have a wonderful night. And as always, thank you for being part of Young Engineers today. Bye-bye. Unless you have any more questions, have a great evening.